most newlyweds, a honeymoon is the beginning of a dream, days filled with love, laughter, and the promise of a lifetime together. But sometimes, destiny rewrites the script in ways no one can imagine. This is the haunting tale of a couple whose romantic getaway turned into a desperate fight for survival, where paradise became prison, and love was tested against death itself. It began with joy. After months of planning their wedding, Daniel and Sophie decided to escape the noise of the city and spend their honeymoon in a quiet countryside, far away from the chaos of the world. Their destination was a historic town known for its lush mountains, hidden caves, and ancient ruins, places whispered to hold mysteries untouched for centuries. Excited by the thrill of exploration, they rented a small car, carrying only light luggage, eager to make memories they would cherish forever. The first few days were magical. Walking hand in hand along forgotten trails, watching sunsets melt into golden valleys, sharing whispered promises under the stars. It was everything they had dreamed of. But fate often hides its sharpest blade behind moments of beauty. On the fourth day, while exploring an old path near a cliffside, Daniel noticed a narrow opening between the rocks, like the mouth of an ancient secret waiting to be uncovered. Locals had warned them not to wander too far, but curiosity can be stronger than caution. Holding Sophie's hand tightly, Daniel led her into the darkness. At first it was enchanting, walls painted with moss, echoes bouncing like whispers from another time. The cave seemed endless, twisting deeper into the earth. They laughed, their voices echoing through the hollow chambers. But laughter soon gave way to unease. The deeper they went, the darker it became, until the sunlight vanished completely. When they finally tried to turn back, panic struck. The path they thought they came from was gone, swallowed by shadows. Suddenly, the cave was no longer a place of wonder. It was a labyrinth. Hours turned into a blur. Their phones had no signal, their flashlights dimmed with every passing minute, and the suffocating silence pressed against their ears. Sophie clutched Daniel's arm, her heartbeat racing. "We'll get out," Daniel whispered, forcing courage into his trembling voice. But even he was unsure. Time stretched endlessly. Hunger gnawed at their stomachs, thirst burned their throats, and the cold bit into their bones. Every step they took echoed like a scream in the darkness. Sometimes they swore they heard something moving, crawling in the shadows. Was it their imagination, or something that had lived in the cave long before them? Fear turned every sound into a monster, every shadow into death. Days passed. The couple who had once dreamt of forever now fought to see the next sunrise. Sophie grew weak, her breath shallow, her eyes filled with tears. Yet even in despair, their love remained their only flame. Daniel carried her when she could no longer walk, whispering memories of their wedding, their vows, their dreams. "We started this journey together," he told her softly, "and I'll fight until my last breath to make sure we end it together." But caves are merciless. Their paths are designed to confuse, to trap, to break the spirit. Just when they thought they saw light, it would vanish. Just when they believed they had found a way, the ground would collapse beneath them. Survival became their only language, drinking drops of water from stone cracks, eating roots and insects to stay alive. After what felt like an eternity, hope flickered. Daniel noticed a faint breeze against his face, the smell of wet grass carried into the darkness. Summoning every ounce of strength, he followed it, dragging Sophie along. Hours later, crawling on hands and knees, they emerged, dirty, bruised, half alive, into the blinding sunlight. The world outside had changed, but so had they. Their honeymoon was no longer about photographs or memories. It was about survival, resilience, and love stronger than death itself. That hidden place had tried to claim them, but it failed. Together, hand in hand, they walked out of the darkness, not as a couple on honeymoon, but as two souls reborn from the edge of despair. This is not just a survival story. It is a reminder of how fragile life is, how quickly joy can turn to horror, and how love can become the only weapon against hopelessness. The cave that tried to bury them alive will forever remain in their memory, not as the place where they nearly lost everything, but as the place where they discovered the true meaning of togetherness.